Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to the World Teachers Quiz Know It All. Before we move any further of this fantastic initiative from the TeacherTribe.world, it is our pleasure and privilege to introduce to you our host, a passionate knowledge show host, writer, author, poet. She's the co-founder and senior editor of the TeacherTribe.world. She is also the only professional woman quiz host across Asia. With over 300 shows across 50 destinations of India and overseas, she enjoys a huge fan following now with students and teachers. From being a co-host of the Tata Crucible to several other corporate shows, the Teacher's Quiz is something that is very close to her and she's passionate about. She was rated by Business World as a 40 under 40 for content creators a year ago and was also conferred the iconic Woman Creating a Better World for All award by the Women Economic Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, here to grill you all, please welcome one and only Rashmi Furtado.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and my dear educators, welcome to the World Teachers Quiz Know It All Season 3. Yet again in this season we have had overwhelming participation from all of you, thousands and thousands of teachers taking part from all over the world. I have already completed 4 quarterfinals and identified 8 semi-finalists. Time for me to identify the 9th and the 10th one. Let's move into the 5th quarter-final of the World Teachers Quiz Know It All. Let me introduce our quarter-finalists to you and then get into the rules of the game. Our first finalist of the day is Harpreet Arora from Sunbeam School. Alright, there she is. Up next is Hema ma'am from Padma Seshadri Bal Bhavan. Anubhuti Rai from Springdale School. Mamta Chandra from Samsid Mount Titera Z School, Bengaluru. Sunita from Vidyaniketan Public School. Lavanya from Mitra Academy. And completing our lineup here today is Ramya from Vidyaniketan Public School. The rules of the game, dear teachers, 10 questions is what I have for you, all of them on the buzzer, +1, -1 your scoring pattern, single attempt per question only. And most important of them all, top 2 scorers are the only ones who will make it to the semi-final. The goal here is to qualify to the semi-final. Keep that at the back of your head. Rest of the rules have been explained to you, so I will not get into the details. Let's quickly start this quarter-final. Good luck to all of you. The buzzers are open, so please be careful about the buzzers. All right, the first question of this quarter-final, here we go. Both Feet on the Ground is the autobiography of which football player? Both Feet on the Ground. Hema on the buzzer, go ahead ma'am.
Pele.
Taking a negative on that one. Pele is actually an answer most of you would go towards, but the answer that I was looking for is David Beckham. David Beckham is the one whose autobiography Both Feet on Ground is. All right, let's move on to question number 2. The question is slightly longer and let's see when you press the buzzer for this one. Born on September 22nd, 1791 at Newington, near London, he received little more than primary education and at the age of 14, he was apprenticed to a bookbinder. In 1845, he showed that an intense magnetic field can rotate the plane of polarized light and is known today as the effect in his name. Whom am I talking about? Huge name. Sunita, go ahead ma'am. On the buzzer.
Is it Tesla. Nikola.
She did not wait for my clue. I was about to say a huge name in the field of electromagnetism. -1 on that one. The answer I was looking for is Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday, a huge name in the field of electromagnetism. If I'm not wrong, don't hold me on it. I think he is also considered to be the father of electromagnetism. I'm not really sure. Okay, teachers are nodding, so I'll go by what they say. All right. Let's move on to question number 3. Colonel Sanders founded which legendary chain of restaurants? Lavanya on the buzzer, go ahead.
KFC.
+1 to you, absolutely right. KFC is absolutely right. If you can recall, the logo, or rather every facade of KFC will have his face on it as well. Let's move on to question number 4. Who wrote the book A Brief History of Time? Go ahead, Anubhuti ma'am on the buzzer, go ahead.
Stephen Hawking.
+1 to you. Absolutely right. Stephen Hawking giving her the +1. All right, let's move on to question number 5, ladies and gentlemen. The question is slightly longer. Born on December 10th, 1815, her mother was nicknamed the Princess of Parallelograms and her father was a famous poet. A software language developed by the US Department of Defense was named after her in her honor in 1979. Go ahead, Harpreet on the buzzer. Go ahead, ma'am.
Ada Lovelace.
Ada Lovelace, +1 to you. Absolutely right, +1. She is also considered to be the first programmer of this world. Ada Lovelace giving her a +1. Her parents, of course, Lord Byron, the poet, and the Lady Anne Byron, the Princess of Parallelograms. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed 5 questions. Let me tell you where our contestants stand. All right, Harpreet and Lavanya and Anubhuti are all on +1. Sunita ma'am and Hema ma'am have taken a negative each. We have 5 more questions to go, so it's still possible for them to make it up and move into the positives. So let's see what happens. Question number 6, here we go. Garuda is the national airliner of which country? Garuda, I said. Hema, go ahead, ma'am.
Indonesia.
+1 to you, absolutely right. Indonesia, the answer I was looking for. She gets a +1 on that. Let's move on. Question number 7. A prisoner of birth, paths of glory, and thereby hangs a tale are books by which famous British novelist and politician? Go ahead, Harpreet on the buzzer.
Yes. Jeffrey Hart. Jeffrey. Huh? Jeffrey?
You,
Ma'am, not clear. Jeffrey Hart. Yes. Jeffrey Hart.
-1. -1 on that. You did not give me the name properly. Jeffrey Archer, the name I was looking for.
Sorry, ma'am. Jeffrey Archer.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I waited long enough. You did not give me the answer properly. I cannot be correcting the answers you all give. You have to give me the right answers. -1 on that. All right, let's move on. Question number 8. Here we go. Founded in 1988, this is one of India's largest television channels. And Pranoy and Radhika Roy are the current co-chairpersons. Which channel or which company am I talking about? Go ahead, Mamata on the buzzer.
NDTV?
+1 to you. Absolutely right. +1 on that. And she gets a +1 again. Question number 9. Here we go. Byzantium, Augusta Antonina, Constantinople were some of the names of which modern city? From the history. Okay, I'll give you a clue. Hey, Ma, go ahead, ma'am.
Rome.
-1. -1 on that. I was just going to give you a clue saying think Ottoman Empire. From that, I hope that you could deduce Istanbul. Istanbul is what I was looking for as an answer. All right. The last question, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you where all of them stand. As of now, I have Mamata, Lavanya and Anubhuti, all of them on +1. Hey mom, I'm just took a negative, so she's on -1 along with Sunita. Let's see what happens. The last question. All right, here we go. Connecting people is the tagline of which electronic or phone manufacturing company? Mamata, go ahead, ma'am.
Nokia.
+1 to you, absolutely right. So Mamata ma'am from Samsid Mount Literacy School, Bengaluru, makes it to the semi-final of the World Teachers Quiz Know It All, fair and square with 2 points. All right, I see the relief on her face and she's smiling again now. That's good to see. She has made it fair and square, but that's only one spot that has been occupied in the semi-final, which means I now need to break the tie between Lavanya and Anubhuti. These 2 questions are only for Lavanya and Anubhuti. Rest of you cannot attempt. All right, tiebreaker question number 1. Here we go. Which schoolboy goes home to 4 Privet Drive for the holidays? Think fiction. Think fiction. Oh, both of them not trying. Okay, we'll move on to something else. I'm pretty sure all our viewers would be itching to give me the answer. The answer is Harry Potter. Harry Potter, the address of his aunt is 4 Privet Drive. All right, I'll find another question for you. What is the main commercial product which we get after apiculture as a commercial product? Your options, go ahead Lavanya on the buzzer.
Honey.
She did not need the options, +1 to her on honey. So Lavanya Suresh joins Mamta Chandra into that semi-final of the World Teachers Quiz. Congratulations to both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me in this quarter-final. I have many more quarter-finals to go and I hope to see you all in the next quarter-final. You take care.